Stage 11. Now I'm going through the hero's journey, getting close to the end here. The hero's journey by Joseph Campbell. And how do you apply this to any story, a memoir, a novel, anything that you have that's a creative work? And stage 11, what is it? The resurrection. So that's a topic that is near and dear to someone who's a historian of religion. So stage 11, and this is, of course, an analysis of burning America in the best interest of the children. Stage 11, the resurrection. And this was outlined by Joseph Campbell. Stage 11, the resurrection. The climax of your hero's journey encompasses the resurrection stage. But what does that stage entail, and what does it have to do with your hero's resurrection? Well, it begins with the highest of stakes. If you've employed the road back stage of the hero's journey within your story, you've done the necessary work to set up the high stakes. And make no mistake, the climax of your story has to have the protagonist dealing with the highest stakes they've ever experienced. It's the big fight, the final showdown, the emotional confrontation. Everything that your protagonist has been preparing for throughout their entire journey has led up to this final moment or sequence. In Paul's case, how about Paul's resurrection? Deborah, his attorney, is called to an emergency meeting. What could this be about? Paul has no idea. But Silena, a neighbor and an antagonist, along with Anne, his wife, is awarded custody. How could this be? For 3.5 years, Paul has been battling the custody industry of judges, attorneys, and the psychs. But now, with no examination of her background, the neighbor walks off with Paul and Anne's child? Well, in Star Wars, it's the Battle of Yavin. If the rebels don't destroy the Death Star, their hidden base will be destroyed and the Galactic Empire will rule the galaxy unchallenged. And as always, bonus, I'll send you those scenes. And if you have not gotten the Hero's Journey worksheet, I can send that along as well. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's Indy trying to stop the Nazis, realizing he can't do so single-handedly, and then witnessing the opening of the Ark of the Covenant and the dire results. If the Nazis aren't stopped, they'll use the power of the Ark to take over the world. Bonus, send you that scene. In Rocky, it's the final rounds of the fight. If Rocky doesn't go the distance, he'll just continue to be another bum on the streets. Bonus, send you that scene. In Field of Dreams, it's Ray meeting his father and learning that his whole journey was to unite with him. If you build it, he will come. Your protagonists have to face the ultimate emotional or physical, or preferably both, challenge. The higher the stakes, the better the ending. Second main point in stage 11, hero resurrected. The best type of story showcases a character arc that culminates to a real transformation. If you follow the stages of the hero's journey within your story, there's a reason that we show the protagonist in their ordinary world to start. We need to see the beginning of their arc. In Paul's case, Paul is transformed from a confused father to a battling machine. He will get his child, Katrin, home. If we don't see Luke Skywalker as a naive dreamer of a farm boy, we can't experience a character arc with him as he later destroys the Death Star. In The Karate Kid, if we don't see the angry, resentful, and weak Daniel from New Jersey, we won't feel the empathetic connection with the young man that faces his bullies and fears. The climax stage of Campbell and Vogler's structure is the ultimate culmination of what the hero has learned and been through. We need to see the hero resurrected in this final act. Gone is the character we met in the ordinary world. Now we must see them apply what they've learned through their many tests and conflicts. And this climax begins with that resurrection, whether it be physical or emotional. When Daniel goes down during his semi-final fight, there's a moment where he and his allies, Ali, his mother, Mr. Miyagi, believe that his journey is over, that he has done all that he can to prove himself. When Daniel shares his feelings about balance, Mr. Miyagi realizes that Daniel must be given a chance to fight in the final bout against Johnny. It's less about Daniel's revenge and more about him being able to attain the balance he seeks in life. And that is when Daniel is given the award of resurrection. There's a scene, can send that to you as a bonus. Luke Skywalker is resurrected as a rebel pilot and hero. Rocky is resurrected as a boxer who went the distance with the champ. He's no longer a bum. Indiana Jones is a treasure hunter resurrected as an artifact attainer that respects the mysticism that he once scoffed at. Ray is resurrected as a man who has finally seen life through his father's eyes, forgiving him. The climax of your story is where the character arc comes to its end. They aren't the same person they were when they were in their ordinary world, and they'll be forever affected by the journey they've been on. Catharsis is key. The import of Burning America is catharsis. We traveled the road Paul tried tread from his ordinary world as primary caregiver role to a triumphant father. Paul inherits the Prize family relic, a 1957 Buick Special, and Paul's arc is complete. 2 expectations of generations have been fulfilled. Paul and Katrin are now whole. Cinematic catharsis is the feeling we feel after the resolution of the story and the protagonist's overall journey. You've experienced it when you've watched a movie or read a screenplay that stayed with you afterward. You walked out of the theater or closed that script and felt truly changed or affected somehow. That's the magic of a fantastic story, leaving the reader and audience truly touched, affected, and sometimes changed. Catharsis. It's the final moment in Field of Dreams where Ray has a catch with his father. Bonus, send you that scene. It's the end of The Pursuit of Happiness where we witness Chris manage to see his own dream come true. Bonus, send that scene. It's the moving scene in Dead Poets Society where Keating's students decide to act on the inspiration that Keating once supplied for them while also giving him the justice that he deserved. Bonus scene. It's the moment when Daniel defeats Johnny and is finally embraced by everyone around him. Even Johnny hands him the trophy. Bonus, send that scene. If you can inject your climax, the resurrection, with cathartic emotional connections, you can close your story with an emotional bang that stays with us as we close that script or walk out of that theater. It's not just about defeating the villain, winning the big game, getting the girl or guy, or accomplishing a goal. Your hero needs to be transformed by the end of the story. They need to be resurrected as a better version of themselves after having endured this long journey full of tests, obstacles, and hurdles. And their final test in this climax needs to be the ultimate challenge with the highest of stakes. That's how you end your script with a bang, both physically and emotionally, as far as and whatever story or genre you're working in. Now, I have some bonus scenes, but of course, if you have not gotten the Hero's Journey worksheet to help with your writing and your creative story, get in touch with me. I can help. This has been Stage 11 of Burning America in the Best Interest of the Children, analyzing it as a story based on Joseph Campbell's 12 Steps. Until next time, that will be Stage 12. We'll see you then. Take care. Deus Vult.